lovers of dynamic series. I want to welcome you to another wonderful, exciting moment with your girl, Bimi. How have you been? How is work? How is school? How is life? How is family? How are you guys coping with it? How? Sincerely, at my hand here, oh my god, the heat is so unbearable. Like, you can see me sweating even in my video now. Like, I fan myself. It's so much. So just take care of yourself. Try to run several baths, like 3 to 4 times if you're at home, if you're in the house. If you're not around, you know, if you're at a place of work where if you have AC around, I think that's the stuff that is a little happy. Yeah, don't worry, I know you'll be fine. So, but another thing is, this is Valentine's weekend, so how are you going to spend your vow? Where are you taking out today? On Sunday? Where are you going to? Don't worry, feel free to go to the comment section to tell me, give me some nice gist about where you're going to and all those things you get. So today I have another wonderful and interesting topic as ever for you. And you know, we already started a series talking about workplace and all. You know, we don't want to just talk about family life, love, sex alone. We want to balance it, every area you get. So now let's talk about let's round up the work series we've been talking about. We're talking about work stress and all. So now we want to talk about the do's and don'ts in the work environment. As much as there are plenty and very much, it is something that you are very familiar with. Some of you are familiar with it. Some people don't even know that some things they do in the office they're not supposed to do. Even there are some that even myself, I found them like, okay, really, we shouldn't do this, or should we do this? So I want you to relax, find a chair, relax, be comfortable. So if you're viewing your girl for the first time, I want to say thank you for coming to Dynamic Series, but please don't forget to subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thumbs up. I love you guys all. You guys are always the best. Thank you. So let's get to today's episode. We're talking about the do's and don'ts in the work environment. The do's and don'ts in the work environment, like more or less like corporate etiquette, things we shouldn't do, okay, the manner at which we should behave in the work environment, in the society. Work environment is a kind of society too. So in the work environment, what are those etiquette? What are those things we should do or we should not do? So let's pay attention to them. Permit me to read from my jottings. So the first on my list is no gossip and never criticize or make fun of any of your colleagues. That is one of the don'ts. Something you should not do in the office. You shouldn't gossip about every other colleagues or some other colleague or your other colleagues. It's not really a good thing. You should not try to criticize anybody or gossip about them. And don't fight. Yes, there are bound to be misunderstanding, conflict, yeah, but try to resolve conflict in the best possible way and try as much as possible to look for a better way to express your displeasure if you don't like something or the way someone is behaving or reacting in the office environment. You can always call their attention to it instead of having to gossip about them. That is not a good one. The second one on my list is do not peep into other people's cubicle or work environment or their workstation. This one is bad. You can see me almost shouting like I want to even enter the video itself. Like, sincerely, it's not a cool thing. Trying to peep into other colleagues' cubicle is not cool at all. You should learn to give people privacy. There should be privacy. If you're going into someone's office or their cubicle, don't say because it is just demarcation of a desk or something. Try to knock. They might be busy, their mind might be somewhere else, you know. Don't just bump into them. It is not cool. Don't peep into people's workstation. Probably the person just stand up or your colleague just stood up from the desk and you decide to quickly peep at what the person is doing. It is not done. You don't peep into other people's cubicle or their workstation. That is not a very good one. You should try to maintain privacy, give people their privacy and respect people's privacy. Yes. So the third one on my list is put your hand phone on silent or vibration while in the office environment. Let me give you a scenario, something that happened while I was working as a front desk officer. There was this LG phone I was actually using. The phone is quite loud. It's very loud. It's on the loud side actually. So I could do the settings to reduce it, but you know, you just get carried away with some things. Then I have a very loud Lara George Hallelujah ringtone. Oh my god, that was what I used as my. So when the song just coming Hallelujah, in the office environment, you know, when it rings normally around, I really do not, you know, I just want to pick my call. I don't pay attention. But not until it happened in the office environment and it was so loud, and my colleagues were like, Peeping, please, can you just reduce the volume of that your handset, or you just try to put it on silence while in the work environment. This song is always distracting us. You know, it distracted, but your phone just ring and everybody start looking at, okay, where is that coming from? And you know, it becomes so embarrassing, sincerely. So you need to really learn to put your phone on silent in the office, or put it on vibration, so that you do not disturb your colleagues. Sincerely, it is yours, but at the same time, the work environment is for everybody, not only you. So you should learn to share in a good way that everybody will benefit from you. Yeah, so that is it. The other one, let me find myself. You see me sweating? This is so unbearable. So the fourth one is keep your workstation clean and tidy. Yes, you won't want an employee that is so dirty. There was a time where I worked, you know, I was like the only female among males then, when I was working as a front desk, as a front end programmer then. There's this guy, my God, let me not mention, I'm not going to mention anybody's name, but when he pulls his shoe, jeez, the kind of, you know, odor or smell that comes out of the shoe, oh my God, it's so repulsing, you know, so pungent and distracting like that. So that's another thing. You should learn to don't be carried away with the fact that this is you. But when you're in the work environment, it is no longer you. It is like, this is us. It's a place for other people, not only you. So you should try as much as possible to watch what you do. So keep your office environment clean, keep your table, your desks, and every other place clean. The fifth one is try to reach office on time. I'm checking some tables now. Yes, even I'm checking my own table. Be in the office on time. Try to wake up early. If you know that the distance between your home and your office is quite far, you should learn to wake up early and try to navigate other routes. Don't just keep passing one particular place. Navigate other routes so that you know the one that is shorter and that saves cash, so that you will be able to get to office on time. At the same time, you'll be able to save. That's another thing. The other one is take care of your pitch and tone at the workplace. Yes, last week we talked about appropriate tones in the work environment, and I've actually shared the story of how a wrong tone actually got me into trouble in the work environment. So you should take care of your tone. Be careful of what you say, how you say it, the tempo at which you're talking, your pitch. If you're hungry, if you see that your voice is getting higher, you should try to take a break, excuse yourself to calm down before you talk and all, so that people do not think you're shouting at them or you're being aggressive. You understand? You can look for the best way, the milder way to pass your thought or your intent without offending people with your tone or your choice of words. So that is another one. So the other one, the seventh one, I said be well dressed and avoid revealing clothing or strong perfumes. Yes, no organization wants an employee that dresses shabbily. No, nobody wants an employee that dresses shabbily. So you should learn to dress good, look smart, you know, be on point, top notch, you know, you understand. And it depends on the kind of organization where you work. Some of them will allow you to dress down any day. Like my kind of office, you can dress down, you don't have to look so corporate and all, no. Then some organizations require you to be corporate, maybe Monday to Thursday, and on Friday you dress down or something. Dress good, dress well, and avoid strong perfumes. Some people's perfume can be so choking. Because what's up now? We are not in chemistry lab now, when we are mixing chemicals together and everything. And some science students, because please try to look for perfumes that their smell is quite, you know, nice and pleasant to the smell, to people's smells. Not some kind of perfumes that they are so irritating. And let me find myself, because sincerely, you need to watch that, sincerely, and avoid revealing clothes. Ladies, most especially, don't distract the men in the office with some of your clothing that is too revealing. You know, when they start seeing your tattoos, or they start seeing, you know, some, you know, cleavage. When you reveal too much of your cleavages, it can be distracting. Imagine you bending over to talk to a colleague or a friend, a male colleague, to ask for something, or you're sharing an idea and you have to move closer to the person's system, and the person finds it difficult concentrating. Maybe the person is so focused on your cleavage or some other things. So ladies, let's watch that too. And guys too, you have some things too you people used to put on that can be quite revealing. All those your trousers that is always so tight, and it's so, you know, it's tight already. It's either you adjust it or you buy a new one, and you now start bringing the shape of that your uncle, and the thing start distracting everybody in the office too. Yes, you have to watch it. Yeah, that's another one. Then the eighth one is avoid having that one is quite surprising. That one is like, why you are having lunch together, do not start until others have received their food. Yeah, they don't know. I used to think I should be all went out for lunch. They've given my food now, let me start eating now. No, it's not done. I think I've learned something new today. So while you go for lunch together, ensure that everybody gets their food before you start eating. So once they have all been served, then you can start eating. So I think that is cool enough. I've learned something new today. Then the ninth one, never attend meeting and seminar without a notepad and pen. That's a nice song. Sincerely, it's not a cool one. Programmers. Programmers or the tech guys, most of you do not like going with jotting pads. You just enter freestyle. I beg, tell us, yes, we'll build it, yeah. And by the time it's time for testing and all, we now start seeing errors. Some things we've actually mentioned in the meeting, they will not be covered in whatever it is you're developing. It's not just for programmers alone. Everybody try as much as possible to go to seminars or meetings with a jotting pad and a pen so that you can take notes, and you can always fall back to the notes for references. Yeah, that's another one. The 10th one, do not talk back at your boss. Let me shout, do not talk back at your boss at a big pay. Yeah, I'm shaking the table, really. A lot of people, your boss might be someone who is younger than you are, or someone who's of age range, same age bracket with you. You should try as much as possible not to talk back at him or her. If the person does something that is not good enough or you don't like, try to find the best way to talk to the person. Don't try to talk back at them. It's not really nice. It's a sign of disrespect. So do not talk back at your boss. And the last one on my list here has to do with our emails. Do not use emojis or multiple exclamation points when you are sending mails. Try to be professional. There are some languages you need to learn how to communicate, like email, written communication. When there are some grammars you have to use, there are some slangs you don't use in the work environment. I think abbreviation is not really allowed. There are some abbreviation that is allowed to, like FYI, sorry. So there are some like that, but just try to avoid abbreviations and avoid using emojis and exclamations and when you're sending mails and all. And if you're going to send mail and you want to reply all, if it is a conversation that requires you to send it to one or two people, why don't you just send it directly to one or two people instead of replying all, and you send something that is not necessary to almost everybody in the office, you know? So that's another thing. So that will be all on this episode of what we are doing, dynamic series. We're talking about the do's and don'ts in the work environment so that we can have a smooth relationship with our colleagues and everyone at work, and we can always, you know, deliver whatever we do with top notch and excellence.